Yeah, I mean, a lot of times as you learn, how to be polite and you learn how to speak from the heart, you learn how to speak from the love, you'll see that, people around you are not, they don't know that, and a lot of times you'll see that you might communicate from the love and people will actually kind of try to beat it up or they'll kick it or stamp it or anything like that. But as Sufis, we learn to get very strong. In other words, you could be, Sidi used to say to me always, Ibrahim, be strong but gentle, strong but gentle. And, I'd say, okay, what does that mean, strong but gentle? It meant that my communications were always gentle. Like I would be very polite, very, kind to people, even when they were not kind to me. But the strong was that I stood for Allah, I stood for God, I stood for Rahman and Rahim, and I didn't go off of that kind of moral fiber. You know what I mean? Like no matter what happened, I was like, what's the truth here? The truth is this. What's the highest truth here, which is always God's truth? What's God's highest truth here? And I would try to do my best to stand with the highest truth always. So the strength was in standing with God, Allah, with the essential reality, standing with the attributes of mercy and compassion and love and kindness, rauf, gentleness, thankfulness. But then at the same time, on the outside, I realized that if I was strong and I would say something too strong, it would always set me back. The person would react to it and we'd end up in some kind of conflict. So I learned how to become incredibly soft, like on the outside, to be so soft with my being in everything that I said, but on the inside to be strong and not to leave what I knew was the truth of God or what I knew was God. God was asking me, be merciful here. Don't leave the mercy. Be compassionate here. Don't leave the compassion. If God, if that was what I felt God was asking of me, I was going to hold on to that strongly no matter what. And I think that that's the strength inside. The strength is standing with Allah and the truth of God, no matter what, and yet at the same time recognizing that if you use it as a club, and you kind of whack people with the truth, they're going to turn against you. But if you have the truth and you give it with a rose, people are going to smell the rose and be grateful that you gave it with gentleness. And I think that's what we have to learn is that gentle giving. And we'll see when you do that, you see everybody, so many people will fall in love with you. So many people will love you because you are the love. You're giving the love. And they just respond to it and give it back. Life becomes very full, very rich, very beautiful in those moments. It's a joyful dance. That's been my experience.